It's been a while since I bought a Tom Ford quad, and this is probably going to be my last Tom Ford quad I purchased. Yeah. Spoiler alert. Hey love, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are going over Tom Ford Olive Smoke. So if you're interested in that, just keep on watching. It's been a while since I've bought a Tom Ford palette, several years actually. This one spoke to me. I don't know why it spoke to me. I think it had everything to do with the fact that this was a spring release and this grungy green color story just like called my name. I know Tom Ford has absolutely nothing to do with his brand anymore. I would like to think he was in the boardroom and was like,
florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
absolutely the not. It's been a while since I bought a Tom Ford palette. My favorite Tom Ford palette of all time is African Violet. It's a very fun color story and I absolutely love that palette. But yeah, it's been years since I bought one. So this one spoke to me because of the green grungy color story. Like I just was like really like drawn to it. Let's just get into the details for this really quickly. Tom Ford actually released 3 different quads. They have Rose Exposed, which is $100. You're telling me it costs $5 more just to get that little special engraving in the palette? I doubt that. I highly doubt that. Olive Smoke, which is the palette that we'll be talking about today. And then they have Peach Glamour, a very peachy burgundy looking color story. These are like the 3 newest palettes they released for the spring 2025 season. And again, I got Olive Smoke, which is what we will be talking about today. But really quickly, what is it? So this is an eye color quad and it says it's the creme formula, cream. I'm gonna say cream. Retails for $95. Ooh, that's probably why it's been years since I bought one, because I remember when these were like in their 80s. Now they're up to 95. When did that happen? I have no clue, but this is kind of out of control for the price. A palette of coordinated eyeshadows that come in a range of finishes designed to create iconic, soft to bold Tom Ford eyes. With this palette, you can achieve multiple looks from a bold smoky eye to a sexy slash of color and everything in between. The 4 luxurious finishes, sheer, sparkle, satin, shimmer, and matte, are formulated with advanced color processes and offer a spectrum of intensity and effects. 2 custom applicators are also included. Pro tip, Tom Ford shades can be worn both wet and dry. These creamy, long-lasting hues impeccably enhance eyes in one swipe, moving with skin for a non-creasing, non-fading finish and a high-impact intensity. Eye Color Quad Creme is infused with a pigment technology that combines lush emollients to contour eyes with melting, magnetizing shades. It says it's long-wearing, non-settling, creasing, flaking, settle, and crease resistant. Okay, so I have thoughts about that. Yeah, I have thoughts about their crease claims. Non-fading claims, like it's a little cap going on with this. Let's get into my eye demos and I'll meet you back here to wrap up my final thoughts at the end. Eye look number 1. I was most into this green shade, so I went in with it full throttle. I took a shader brush and packed it all over the lid. Then I followed with a blending brush to blend the green upwards and fade the edges. I also dragged the green down to the lower lash line. I really wanted to see what this green could do all on its own. I don't know if you can tell, but on my eye that's already done, you can see my skin peeking through as the green started disappearing while I was working on the eye I'm demoing. Once I switched to the blending brush is when I noticed the problems with this palette. The green starts to fade drastically and disappear to the point where my eyelid skin underneath starts showing. So I spend most of my time reapplying with a packing brush to bring back that rich color intensity and blending to smooth the edges. I'm not applying a lot of pressure either, so there's no reason why this shouldn't just like smoothly and pleasantly like blend upwards into the crease. It seems like a rich creamy formula in the pan, but for whatever reason it's not translating on the eyes. The green is patchy and it doesn't blend well at all, and it continued to gradually disappear throughout the day, causing me to grab my shader brush and reapply. Luckily I wasn't going anywhere that day, so I could reapply it, but that is so ass for a palette that's $95. I would also like to mention that my eyes are fully prepped and primed for eyeshadow, so I really don't understand why this is acting like the way it's acting, why it's so patchy, why it's like lifting up, why it's disappearing, why isn't it staying in place, like the smooth blend is not there. I was genuinely confused by this. I never experienced this with the Tom Ford palette a day in my life, so I was like really like baffled. Like, you would think the creamy formula of it would make it just like nice and easy to blend, but no, that was not the case for this green shade. This green shade is terrible, absolute trash. I would also like to note that the green shade is the only shade that gave me fallout in this entire palette. Like, you can see it kind of on the side of my face while I'm blending, doing this eye right now, but yeah, that's the only shade that gave fallout. The others did not. Eye look number 2, I took the brown bronze shade and applied that to the outer corner with a shader brush, and then took a blending brush with the same color and started blending the color upwards towards the crease while fading the edges. This color appears to be working fine. It gave me no issues as far as staying put and blending it, unlike the green. I do think this color looks a little textured on my lids, a little scaly, and it would have looked less scaly if I used a matte to blend out the edges, but I'm only using shades that come in the palette to see how it performs on its own right now, so yeah. I then took the peachy champagne shade and applied that to the inner portion of my eyelid and spent the rest of my time blending the two shades together. This peachy champagne shade was just like the green shade, as it will disappear and fade well after you stop blending, and later in the video you will see me reapply it during my final thoughts. So if you're keeping track, that's 2 patchy and finicky shades in this palette. Fun. Eye look number 3. I had a completely different eye look in mind for today. I was going to do just the black, bronze, and champagne, but I went back into the green shade to make sure what I had experienced the other day wasn't a fluke, and I was let down again. It blended away into oblivion yet again and continued to be patchy and giving Irish goodbyes. I basically attempted to place it on the outer corner and blend out the edges. This took quite some time as the shade is so difficult to work with. Then I took the peachy champagne shade and placed that on the inner portion of the lid and tried my best to blend the two together without them disappearing, but they literally don't want to be here and I can't stop them. I was over it at this point. And then to finish off the look, I did something I have never done before, and I actually used the stupid little brush that comes with the palette. I figured maybe it'll work better with the tools it comes with. F it, why not? I took the black and smudged it on the outer lash line. It was fine, I guess, but this is the faded eye look you see throughout the talking portions of the video, and well, yeah. I just want to bring you in a little closer because I can already tell you right now, like, this eyeshadow is missing. Like, please hold. Like right here, you could see my skin like underneath here. The green is completely gone. Bright champagne taupey shade I put up is gone. Like, it's like nothing really is left here. So I don't know what the fuck that's about. Like, it's just completely gone. It's missing. So yeah, the green in here sucks, and that's disappointing because it was a shade I was most excited about, and I just wanted to test it again today. That's why I did 2 different eye looks, just to make sure I wasn't tripping on this eye. And look at that, you can see like it's just completely gone in patches. Like, that's not a good look, especially for something that's $95 fucking dollars. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this really quickly. Yeah, it just goes missing, and I'm just like, I thought I was just going crazy, but no, I had to double check this, and it's not just the green shade, the shade as well, it appears. So that's fun, that's nice. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this palette, but I don't like it, and the fact that I had to just like re-intensify that pisses me off. I don't think this should be like up and disappearing like this. That's disappointing. That's super disappointing. The last time I bought a Tom Ford palette, I was pleased with it. Like, I had 0 problems, 0 complaints, but it's been a while since I bought one, so I have no clue what they're doing over there in the laboratories of Tom Ford, but I don't like it, especially if this is any indication of its quality. The fact that like my eyeshadow just disappears up in pieces and patches throughout the day is bizarre. This green shade in particular is the only shade I noticed had fallout, and that was the star of the show for this palette for me, like the green. I really can't like recommend this in good faith. This was like a waste of $95. I'm kind of upset about it. I'm a big sad about it, actually. I was really excited for this. I was really excited for this color story. I was really excited to get this in my hands. I was really excited to play with this, especially this green, and I was just disappointed. And I probably won't buy another Tom Ford palette ever again, which is unfortunate. After getting in my hand, playing with it for a few days, and just like seeing like, is it me or is it this? And it's definitely this. I would 100% pass on Olive Smoke. Cool concept, love the color story, very grungy, very bold and daring for spring release, but yeah, the performance in here is not worth it. It's just not worth it. But that's all from me today. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Tom Ford, you could suck a fat one for giving, you know, questionable quality in this eyeshadow palette, because like, this is disappointing. For $95, yeah, you can definitely go choke.